y'all, and welcome back to DuSouth Sips and Travel Tips. I'm Nina V. King DuPont, and this is my handsome assistant, Rhett DuPont. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. We review all-inclusive resorts, have various vlogs, and I also give tons of travel tips. Today, I'm going to show you how I pack for my upcoming trip and all the trips that we go on. Our next destination is Mexico. We do fly out Friday morning, bright and early. Our first resort that we're headed to is the new Yucatan Hilton on 5th Avenue in Playa del Carmen. It used to be a Live Aqua. And then we are headed to our favorite resort, the Valentine Imperial Riviera Maya. This is all for my 43rd birthday, so pretty excited about that. So, whenever my husband and I travel, we always take 2 personal items and a carry-on. It is so much easier to do a carry-on rather than to check a bag. A lot of times lately, bags are getting lost. You're having to wait once you deplane for an hour or so for your bag to come out. And we don't have to do any of that. We just clear customs and then we're on our way. So it's absolutely a game changer. I'm going to talk a little bit about everything that I pack, and then I'm actually going to show you my luggage, and you're going to pack with me. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you a little bit about is medications. My husband and I always travel with this bag full of medications. However, I think it's more key when I'm traveling internationally. You may get sick in the middle of the night and you're not able to access the resort gift shop. You may not be staying at a resort that is easily accessible to a pharmacy, and rather than calling the doctor and paying $300, even if you do have travel insurance, which we always book, it's still just much easier to do it this way. In this bag, I do have Benadryl in case we get some kind of allergic reaction, Lysol, hand sanitizer, Tums, Alka-Seltzer, aloe vera, Tylenol, charcoal pills, Pepto, Anbesol, and last but not least, the most important thing that we do take when we travel to international destinations is Cipro. This is something that is prescribed if you do get ill, some kind of bacterial piece. The other 2 medications I take, I keep them in my pocketbook at all times, is Nexium, and then also take Advil Allergy Sinus with me. I also always take Emergency with me and Pedialyte. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is liquids. They are all TSA okay to get through. You got to stay at that 3.4 ounces or that 100 milliliters or less. I do buy a ton of TSA approved, and you can see that at the top there is like a little airplane when you buy this. Listerine, I take a ton of these. Hairspray, small deodorant, small spray sunblocks, small cream sunblocks. Pro tip, if you can't find these or don't want to pack these, a lot of times your transfer service will have an option for you to order sunblock to have in your transfer once you are on the way to the resort. Conditioner, shampoo, hydrogen peroxide, you name it, I put it in here. The travel size toothpaste. One other thing, I know a lot of people talk about this, how they put their liquids in a bag and they take it out for TSA. Y'all, I'm a rebel. I don't do that. I haven't done that in years. Okay, so you are going to pack with me. First, I want to show you what suitcase I use. It is a Samsonite. I'm a big fan of Samsonite. I will link this in the description box at the bottom. It is able to expand, which I really like. And again, I'm able to get everything that I need in here, no matter how long of a stay that I do have. One thing I really like about this is that there is some room here on the side for miscellaneous items that you might need to get to quickly. And then there is also a kind of a compression compartment here when you begin to pack your clothes. So typically I do clothes on this side and then miscellaneous items on the other side. Y'all, this is old school. My husband's had this since high school. It is a East Pack. He takes this on every trip that we go on, domestic or international. He's able to get everything that he needs in this backpack. This is the personal item that I take. I do put a laptop in this, and I put anything that I need for work. I also put my makeup kit. So this is the makeup case that I do take pretty much everywhere with me, and I do put my deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, and any makeup items that I need in this particular train case. And again, I do put it here. And I also put my pocketbook in here, and anything else like cash or my passport, etc. They all go in this bag, and it does fit under the seat no matter kind of how much I stuff it out. This is actually what I pack my jewelry in. I do pack it here in my carry-on that goes in the overhead bin. All right, before I get to packing with you all, I do also want to say another pro tip is we do fly a lot of budget airlines. I always pay for the board first option. Another pro tip, if only one person in your party buys it, they will allow the entire party on first. So I'm ensured that my carry-on is going to get on that plane. I do not want to have to gate check it. Just be aware if you do fly to a more remote location, they are going to gate check you. The first thing I always like to pack are my larger items so I can kind of stuff them in here. I always dress up. I always wear a dress, even to the airport. I do have 2 air outfits I have picked out. On the airplane, I will wear shoes that are a little bit more difficult to get into my carry-on. So these are Kat Von D. I will wear these to the airport because they're really hard to pack. Also take beach sandals, and I do rock my KD flip-flops. Really, you're not going to be wearing anything but bathing suits and cover-ups the entire time you're at the resort or even on a cruise, unless it's raining. I know last March when we were at El Dorado Seaside Suites, it did rain one day, most of the day, so my husband and I just kind of bar hopped and walked around the resort. I did wear a dress that day most of the day. I do try to pack kind of a rainy day outfit, if you will, that I can walk around the resort in if it's too gross outside. I do take really kind of fancy dresses for dinner, so I'm going to get those in here now. I should have probably done my largest one at the bottom. It is super heavy. I like to describe my style kind of as Loretta Lynn goth. So I usually bring one huge dress every time I travel, and I just kind of stuff it in there and make it work, and then as soon as I get to the resort, I will hang it up, okay? All right, so I do have all of that there, and there's still a ton of room around the edges for me to kind of slip things in. I usually pack my bathing suits and cover-ups in a packing cube. I usually take, for a 4-night stay, I will take 3 bathing suits and 3 cover-ups. A lot of the restaurants will not allow you to eat lunch if you don't have on some kind of bathing suit cover-ups. So I usually put that on this side, and we're good to go. The next thing I'm going to pack is my underpants. I like to call them underpants. I just always put those on the side here. Sometimes I'll put them over here. It just depends. I always bring these travel makeup wipes with me. This is the medication I talked about earlier, the liquid stuff I talked about earlier, our sunblocks, our shampoo and conditioner. So I always take just a pair of leggings and then a shirt in case I get cold in the room. And then I do have like another just shorts and tank top set to sleep in as well. And then I bring 2 pairs of socks just in case, again, I get cold in the room. I also bring 2 pairs of sunglasses. Again, I will have this list linked in the description box down below. So on the plane, I typically wear something like this. I always dress up, so I'll probably wear this. Some other items that I usually bring that I will wait to put in here is my hair straightener. Also, my comb and hairbrush, my emergency and Pedialyte. I usually put my flip-flops and things like that here on the top. And then I just carry this clutch around with me. During the day, I do take this beach bag and I'm able to put all of our things in it that we might need throughout the day. So sunblock, my phones, all those types of things. Sometimes Greg puts his phone in here. And so we do carry this around with us during the day, or I do. All right, one of the last things I want to talk to you about that I do take, I take a ton of plastic bags. I take usually 4 big ones, 4 small ones. I put our tip money and the smaller ones in the beach bag throughout the day, so it's easily accessible and it doesn't get wet. And then a lot of times I'll put phones and things like that in these too. And then these come in really handy, especially the bigger ones, the gallon-sized ones, when you're flying home with a wet swimsuit, or if you just want to fly home with some other kind of lotion or something like that. This is great and ensures it doesn't spill. So highly recommend taking just cheap Ziploc bags with you. I always do that. And the final thing, I do obviously take my passport. I keep it in my pocketbook at all times. When I get to the resort, every single resort you go to will have some kind of safe. All right, so the last thing is for me to close this up. I promise it will close up. Less than 48 hours from leaving. So excited. We will be back next week, and then in just a little under 2 months, we'll be going to Jamaica. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, please ask them below.